On today's episode of our little mini-series on walking the Camino with a kid, we are going to tell you what qualities we feel the adult in this situation needs to exhibit so that you can have a fun and successful trip.
We're leaving, starting the Camino.
We don't pretend to know everything about this. This is just what worked for us. The first suggestion I have to offer is to treat your child as your partner, not your subordinate.
We were equals. Like, you didn't treat me like an 11-year-old because you can't be out there and not treat each other as equals. We have to be able to share responsibilities for things that happen. You can't blame yourself for anything that goes wrong. I can't have no responsibility or...
This is what we're dealing with today, yeah. Today is a muddy day. Yep, trying to find the right path. Gracias! So we're going the wrong way, thank God, because this is a mess. So I have an app that I'm navigating from, but anyone who knows me, friends or family, knows my sense of direction is not good.
One thing that became evident to me within the first few days of our first Camino in 2021 was, even though Molly was 11 years old, she was better at navigating than I was.
So we were kind of talking about how we picked our shoes. And is that the Camino? No, that's the blue one. Okay, wait just a minute. Well, I think we stay on this. Let's just see. Every time I contradict Molly with what she says, I'm always wrong. And I am aware of that.
Not in any other one.
Once again, why?
There was an arrow.
Why don't I listen? But the thing about it, the arrow, in my defense, we follow yellow arrows.
No, there was a yellow arrow on the blue thing.
This is blue, just saying.
Look. Yellow.
Yeah. There's a yellow back there somewhere, but...
And also way better at seeing the yellow arrows. I was terrible at that.
Do you see an arrow?
Let me see. No.
Alright, we gotta check.
Oh, yes. That way.
That way, okay.
And in reality, navigation skills don't have anything to do with age.
Or experience, really.
Right. Having an 11-year-old take that over is no different than having a different age person than you take over. It's like if you had Dad take over navigation. It's no different. You hand me the phone and I show you.
But more than anything, and that did help, but more than anything, it was seeing the yellow arrows.
Buen camino.
And it took me a few days to really adjust to the fact that my 11-year-old was better at that than I was. But when I finally did,
we got lost a lot.
a lot less. So that was kind of an important step.
Something else important about turning the navigation over to Molly was that it gave her a chance to lead and demonstrated that I trusted her. Something that really struck me as I've looked back at our videos of the long Caminos is how much Molly grew up along the routes. I think being trusted as someone capable of making valuable contributions really helped with that.
Another thing that Molly kind of did for us from the start that was very fun was she was in charge of the sellos. So especially if they had it sitting out, she would go over and stamp our pilgrim credentials. Or she would go up, as we've progressed through more Caminos now, she'll go ask for the sello where we are, and that's pretty cool. our pilgrim credentials are one of our favorite souvenirs from the Camino.
Also, as I've learned more Spanish, I can order, I can ask for the check, I can help out more.
Yeah, I mean, Molly's Spanish at this point is at least as good as mine. So she's able to manage. And actually, this year when I broke my foot, it kind of got to the point where Molly had to take over everything. She was dealing with taxi drivers. She was dealing with people in hotels. She was picking up food. And this was all when she was 14 years old in a foreign country. And, you know, I couldn't really move around. I had to trust her to do all that. And she did. Another thing that has worked really well for us is to let them have ideas about what to do or how to do them. And just do it. Just participate.
Yeah, one thing that we really did before we made it was we named our backpacks, and we both named them after book characters.
Rubius after Rubius Hagrid.
And Fitz after character from Keeper of Lost Cities.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she was 11 years old. She was into naming stuff. We named our backpacks.
We did.
Another thing that, well, I say Molly wanted to do this, really we both wanted to, but was the YouTube videos. We watched a bunch of YouTube videos when we were getting ready for our trip, and at some point one of us was like, we could do that.
Yeah.
And a lot of the information that we wanted wasn't what we could find people sharing. We wanted like details.
We wanted to know, well, how far into the day is that cafe? Or what town is it in?
Or what is the surface we'll be walking on like?
Right, what's the population of that town? Just
Yeah.
That's interesting.
We just like information.
We do.
So we couldn't find exactly what we wanted, and we could not find a parent and child walking together. And so we decided to make our own videos, and that has been really fun. Something else that Molly has taken to in the last couple of summers, which would be the English Camino, and then the Norte this year is
Running on beaches.
running on beaches.
I have to get some running done while I'm out there, just to not lose all my running shape. And beaches are just a pretty cool place to do that.
And I like it because I can sit up top of the beach and I can see her the whole time, even if the beach is a mile long. So she can run back and forth.
And you get pretty cool pictures.
Yeah, I try to take pictures or video or something when she's doing it. But that's something that you don't see a lot of pilgrims doing, additional exercise while they're doing the pilgrimage. But
Everyone thought I was crazy.
yeah, but Molly likes that, and so I go along with it. Sometimes I hold both of our backpacks while she does it, because that's just a way to support her and the way she wants to do the Camino, and it's fine with me.
So we've been trying to walk a little faster, and we just walked our fastest kilometer of the Camino so far, 14:41. That seems slow, I know, but the reality is that the terrain slows you down. First of all, there's a lot of ups and downs, but also there are, you know, a lot of rocks along the way. And, you know, obstacles and just all kinds of stuff. You can't just crank it out. Plus, we wouldn't want to. We're trying to enjoy it.
One of the parts of the Camino that is very fun to me is the physical challenge of it. My definition of fun exercise is different. For me, setting a PR for how long we walked that day is about as fun as it gets.
The only thing that's going to stop us getting our first 30 today is if it's not 30.
Right.
If it's 29 point something,
That would be rough.
that will.
We'll just keep going.
I don't know if we will, but we'll be tempted, but our feet will say, I don't think so. But,
Like 29.9.
yeah.
We can't stop right there.
Molly will keep going.
Yeah.
She'll get her first 30. I will get my 29.9.
Yeah. We're gonna be like, so have y'all run a 30 yet? Be like, I have.
Yep.
It's gonna be like, what?
The weather today has been great.
So we would
How long?
right.
Our fastest kilometer. I mean, every statistic you could think of. What's our pace? Everything. Molly's into that. She loves it. How long it takes us. What's our average pace per kilometer? What's our fastest kilometer? What's our longest day? Those are all things that motivate Molly.
Kilometer 9. Pace 14 minutes, 25 seconds.
That was fun.
New record. 14:25.
What's our longest day?
34.8 kilometers.
Yeah. 34.8 kilometers. We were planning on surpassing that on the Norte this year, and that will be a goal for the Norte next year.
We were gonna.
Yeah, we want to walk a marathon one day. So that, these are things that Molly gets excited about. And there's no harm in it, so I'm all for it. I enjoy it myself.
What'd you think? Was that Buen Camino? Buen Camino? You are a pretty cat. Buen Camino to you too.
And then there was one last thing that Molly came up with that really, really worked for us on the Camino Frances. And I'm talking about 36 days together, all day, every day.
My greatest victory.
One thing fueled that, and that is
I have decided to use the Camino as an opportunity to begin my campaign to get a cat.
A cat. We have 2 dogs. We're dog people.
Right, we have 2 dogs and a pond of fish.
Cat campaign.
yeah. She was willing to tolerate almost anything to put me in a good mood so she could get a cat.
I was.
And when we started the Camino, I was dead set against it. But
You didn't even like cats.
I didn't like cats,
You
it's
didn't just
true.
not want one. You didn't like them.
I did not like cats.
Is that so offensive?
I didn't know cats very well, and I didn't like them. I know now that was just an incorrect belief on my part. And Molly was not just sort of successful in the cat campaign.
I was more successful than I could dream.
We have 2 cats. You've probably just seen them. We have 2 cats, Mickey and Minnie. We got them after the Camino Frances, and they have been a blessing to our lives.
They have.
Yeah.
And they're wonderful, precious creatures that make making videos so hard.
They insist on being in here when we make videos, and then won't be still.
Is that right?
So we have 2 lovely, sweet cats now that we got after the Camino Frances.
First of all, you're not skinny. I think you're well fed. Secondly, that type of look doesn't work for me. I've walked 7.4 kilometers and I'm hungry. You've just been sitting on people's laps. You don't want to look at me now, huh? Okay. To wrap this up, we think 2 of the most important things an adult walking with a child on the Camino could do are treat your child as a partner, give them responsibilities and respect them, and listen to their ideas and implement them. For us, this looks like naming our equipment, making YouTube videos together, running on the beaches we pass, and listening to endless lessons on cats, and unexpectedly letting the cats of the Camino break down my resistance. It'll probably look different for you, but these things have made our treks fun.
We hope this video is useful to you in planning your Camino with a kid. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.